Really, Destro, is that any way to talk to your leader?
Your stupid, bungled attempt to disintegrate New York has given our enemies the two commodities they must not be allowed: time and hope. Nothing undermines our cause more greatly than failure to execute our threats.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Party Pete. You're watching Too Good Incorporated here on YouTube. Just a quick update from our last two videos. I'm sure you guys heard the audio in the background was kind of not great. As some of y'all may know if you've been keeping up with the channel, the AC in this house is not that great. So I had a fan on the table the last two videos I used to kind of cool inside of this office, and unfortunately it was a little too loud, so the audio isn't great on those videos, so I'm hoping it is on this one, is what I'm trying to get to. And this one's quite a doozy. I have acquired a G.I. Joe Classified Series Destro. This is of course from Wave 1 of the Classified Series that just came out maybe about a month and a half ago. We've already looked at Duke. Duke was a really good figure, and I'm hoping Destro is just as good or even better. And I'm excited to crack into this one, so we're going to get right into it. Before we get into that, just make sure to hit that like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you haven't. We've had about 75% of viewers of this channel not hitting subscribe, so hey, hitting subscribe is free. It gives you more content if you like the videos, and it just helps the channel out. Really, it helps it out a lot. Anyway, I'm rambling. We're going to get right into this figure review. If you guys have any questions, of course, leave them down over here in the comments section, or even if you want to make a suggestion of what you want to see next, that'd be great too. Alright, so I got a little trigger happy at the start of this video. We didn't even look at the box yet. So, G.I. Joe Classified Series, figures in a really nice window. It's got Destro art right over here with the Cobra logo right around his collar on his, I guess, whatever, his tactical suit or whatever this is. And yeah, I was today years old when I kind of looked at that and figured that out. You got his face back here with the crosshair over his eye. Looks really cool. G.I. Joe Classified Series, Destro, blah, blah, blah. Here's the top of the box. We got the Cobra logo right here on the left. He's the third character in this first wave right over here. We got some Sardite right over here. Looks really cool. Oh, look, you got a little weird hand over here from the front of that. I didn't even notice that. Over here is what takes the place of the BIOS. Of course, if you have the app, or rather if you go to the Hasbro website, go to G.I. Joe, this will tell you every single thing that Destro is a specialist in. And of course we got that really cool key art back over here for Wave 1. A lot of these characters are already making their debut in Wave 2, or I guess maybe you want to call it just an exclusive to target the Cobra Island. You're going to have the Cobra Troopers and Baroness. Anyway, really cool art, love it. And then here on the bottom, just more legalese, got the UPC, all that mumbo jumbo. Sorry. That was the box. We're going to get right into unboxing this guy. Really cool Cobra logo inside of the insert. Really like that. And of course there is that paper inside of here that tells you not to put any of the accessories in your mouth in like 30 different languages. Alrighty, so here we have Destro outside of the package. He looks really good. The paint and everything else around the figure has a really clean application to it. There's a lot of deep reds, a lot of grays, a lot of blacks, and of course this is based off of the normal appearance of Destro, I guess you want to call it. This is his normal stuff that he wears all the time before he branches off onto his own, spoiler alert, and becomes leader of the Iron Grenadiers. And he kind of looks like a pimp. He's all covered in gold. He's got the leopard print cape and a sword and all this other cool stuff. Of course, they didn't make a profit director Destro, and I'll put that right over here on this part of the screen. And That is also an exclusive from, I think, Hasbro Pulse and specialty shops. So if you happen to see him, you go out in a toy store or, a specialty store, pick him up. He looks awesome too. Anyway, paint and everything else, like I said, looks really good. I like the chrome all over his head. The gold chain is a really nice contrast. Again, we see some grays, we see some blacks right over here. There's the belt. The belt looks really good. We have some really deep color red for the holster right over here. That thigh holster around his thigh. The rockets right over here are red. Look really nice. Nothing over here on this arm from what I can tell. Got some really deep dark grays for the knee pads right over here. And his boots as well, aside from this lighter part right over here where the toes are. Really good looking figure. Let's go ahead and jump into articulation. So Destro, yeah, he looks up pretty good, I guess if you want to call that pretty good. Doesn't really feel like he can look all the way up or look all the way down. Just he's got a real tight joint right over here. Of course, he can look left and right. Here's the shoulder, 360. Here's the bicep swivel. Turn the whole thing around. He does have a double elbow joint. Elbow joint. There we go. And of course, he does have the wrist swivel right over here. Now, somebody told me that the Storm Shadow that they released from Classified Series, that Amazon exclusive, has an actual wrist joint right over here that allows him to bend his wrist. Don't see that here on Destro, so I think that might be a one-off for him. Ab crunch. There we go. Pretty good ab crunch, actually. Looks all the way down. And there's his arcing back right there, doing the matrix pose. Of course, you do have a waist swivel right over here. We've got a drop down leg joint right over here that allows him to kick really hard, or really high rather. You can do a full split like that. Take a look at that. So you do see how it kind of just leaves a really wide gap in between the top of the leg and the hip right over here. He does have a thigh swivel as well. A double knee. Boop. There we go. He can kick his own ass. And of course, he does have the boot swivel is what I'm going to start calling it right over here at the shin. And he's got kind of like a rocking ankle. Lets him go all over the place with that and pivot it everywhere. Really good articulation, comparable to Duke, I would say. Taking a look at the accessories, he does come with a Cobra briefcase right over here. Looks really cool. It actually does open up as well. Oh, come on now. And what do you think all that is right there? Yeah, that's money. Whole lot of money, of course. Destro's all about the money right over here. It's got some little computer right over here with the Cobra logo right there in the top right hand corner. Very nice touch. I really like when you're able to implement a lot of color into the accessories. Here he has like a futuristic looking rifle pistol thing. Kind of almost reminds me like of a stormtrooper assault rifle. It's got a red barrel right over here, a red rail, and it does have a scope. Looks pretty cool. It's definitely going to look really nice posed up in his hands. And finally, he does come with a gold futuristic looking pistol right over here. Looks pretty cool. I'm sure that's going to contrast really well with the red on the holster right over here on his leg. So let's go ahead and put that on him and see what he looks like. So there we go. We have everything on Destro right now. He's got his briefcase, he's got his rifle, he's got his pistol in his holster. It looks really good. Really solid figure. Glad to have him in Wave 1 as, kind of introducing the bad guys. G.I. Joe has iconic bad guys. I can't wait till they have more. Speaking of which, we're going to go ahead and get into scale. And we're going to go ahead and scale him up next to Duke, who we also took a look at a few weeks ago. Now Duke, as far as I remember, is going to be a little bit shorter than Destro. So again, this is Destro right next to Duke from the G.I. Joe Classified Series Wave 1. Looking really good. Destro is taller than him, although Duke is kind of always hunched over because of that large rifle that he's carrying. But he does look good next to Destro. Scales really well. Comparable to other toy lines, here he is next to a WWE Elite Ultimate Warrior, which we looked at in the AEW Unrivaled versus WWE video. And just for giggles, here he is next to McFarlane Toys Spawn from the Mortal Kombat line with the axe. And of course, Spawn is a 7-inch figure hulking over the tiny Destro right over here on the right hand side. Alrighty, so Destro is going to look really good with your G.I. Joes. He's a really nicely painted figure. I like the accessories. I kind of want to get the Prophet Director just to have both of them. You know, this line looks like it's going to have multiple iterations of the same characters with different paint jobs, paint applications, different weapons. So making it one of the more highly, in my opinion, the more highly wanted toys of the year because, yeah, man, they're just awesome. You know, 6-inch G.I. Joes have always been kind of I'm more of a 3 3/4 guy, but this line has actually changed my mind quite a bit. And the cool thing about it is that they're so flexible with other toy lines. Like, take for example, you have the Rotten, or Raw 10, or whatever you want to call it, Snake from McFarlane Toys. It's actually going to blend in really well with your Cobra Troopers, Cobra Commander, Destro, just everything Cobra. You know, it's going to look really good next to them. So, highly recommend this figure if you can find him. He is MSRP $20. I got mine from GameStop, got him on sale. Highly recommend picking him up if you see him on the shelf. Really, really solid figure and a great way to start off the Cobra Troops in the G.I. Joe Classified Wave 1. Or Classified Series, I should say. Anyway, guys, that was a review. It is super hot in here. I'm going to go walk in front of the fan and stay there for about 15 minutes. Stay tuned for the posing at the end of this video. If you like this video, again, please leave a like on the bottom, leave a comment, follow me on Twitter at IHatePartyPete, and of course, we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and stay healthy. Later.